You are one win away, one WWE Championship away from becoming a Grand Slam champion. Do you know how rare that is?
Yeah.
And Kev, when that happens, man, I'm gonna be so proud of you. Look, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Thank you for everything you've done for me. And yes, at Fastlane, I will lie down for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Predictions with Talkamania. Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode with Talkamania. We're here to talk about predictions going into Fastlane this weekend, and we're glad to have you aboard. I'm your host, Desmino, along with my hombre, J-Bomb. Say hello, J-Bomb.
Hey, man. How's it going, dude?
Not too bad, not too bad. Good to hear from you. Always nice to be wrapping up a week, heading into a weekend with a pay-per-view. So, looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's not much of a pay-per-view.
Well, I was saying earlier, it's kind of like, if you look at the card, it's kind of like, here's a small snack before the big feast, WrestleMania. So, again, I was also joking earlier that we could probably not watch this pay-per-view and not miss much, but we'll see. WWE's trying to be a bit more, I guess, unpredictable these days, so maybe they'll follow through this weekend, and it'll be an exciting one.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. Before we get into it, folks, make sure to follow us on social media, on Twitter, @_Talkamania. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on iTunes and Google Play Music, as well as Podbean. And now, J-Bomb, you've got some good news for us. Where have we also brought our presents?
The list is getting long. We're on Stitcher now. Yay! So if you're familiar with those apps, check them out, download them, search Talkamania, and we will be there. Before we get going today, I did send out a couple tweets asking people to RT to subscribe to us on Podbean, and I promised I would give them shout-outs, so here we go. We're going to start off with Jeremy, Twitter handle @CavsNation16. Check him out. We got Tag Team Tees. Their Twitter handle is @TheTagTeamTees. That's TEES at the end. They run an Etsy shop, obviously making t-shirts with tag teams, so check them out.
I
Ryan
love Etsy. Lots of creativity going on there.
Etsy's fucking awesome. Ryan Schroeder @NotEasyBud. Roshi_Ryan. That's ROSHE_Ryan. And then we got this awesome dude whose name is Extra Chris P. Bacon @SilentStorm99. Real original. Vasilios_26. Twitter handle is the same. Then we got Rico Maniac, who's @RicoManiac0812. He also subbed on Podbean, so double props to that motherfucker. Then we got Jordan Collette, is Moosty_Moose. That's MOOSTIE. Check him out on the Twitter. Chris Rucker. He also followed us on Podbean, so double props to that guy too. That's @CRucker Podcast. We got Joe Mama @MENINBLACK815. We got K-Pack @KPack 9405481. That's super long. Then we got Pete, who's @Pediopolis. He also subbed on Podbean. Jobberknocker @Jobberknocker. They run a podcast. Check him out on iTunes. It's the Jobberknocker Podcast. And finally, KKZ @205 Rockin' Gaming.
Awesome.
And,
so there you go.
Wait, no, can't forget about this one. She Hates Wrestling, who started the whole thing. You can follow them on Twitter.
Saving the best for last.
There you go. @She Hates Wrestling. Follow them on every podcast. She Hates Wrestling is fucking awesome. Check them out.
Cool, awesome. So great. Those are the Talkamaniacs. Hey, there you go. We got something. Talkamaniacs.
That was a lot to get through. I'm not going to lie.
Right,
It was more than I was expecting. I was expecting 2 or 3, so that's pretty sweet.
All right, cool. Thanks for your patience, folks. Follow these guys because they know where it's at. So let's get right into it. This Sunday, we got Fastlane coming our way. It's the Fastlane. And yeah, this is the last pay-per-view. This is the go-home pay-per-view for WrestleMania. The last one for SmackDown, and the last one going into the big show on the grandest stage of them all.
WrestleMania.
So, all right. So we're going to jump right into this. I mean, there's no reason to beat around the bush. One of the number one cards that came onto this match that we're all looking forward to seeing is the Six Packs Challenge for the WWE Championship. So let's actually start with this one because it's the biggest match on the card. Why not? Let's start big.
Let's do it.
AJ Styles, the champion, defending against John Cena, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, and Dolph Ziggler. Now, we know it's been an interesting week of development, or I guess I would say months of development for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. You know, Sami Zayn's kind of pledged his allegiance to Kevin Owens, saying that he would lie down for him. And what we saw this week on SmackDown, it may not be the case. They left us with a bit of a cliffhanger. You know, him hitting the Helluva Kick on Kevin Owens, getting the pin, raising lots of questions, speculations heading into Sunday. No time for Kevin Owens to respond or have a rebuttal. So I'm very curious to see how this match plays out on Sunday. Regardless of the way it plays out, though, ladies and gentlemen, my choice will be AJ Styles retaining and going on to WrestleMania to face Shinsuke Nakamura.
No brainer. I have to agree. I know we talked about it on our last podcast, and you thought it was pretty cool that they kind of did the match. And I wanted to bring that up again because, I mean, what's the point? Why did they do that? They literally.
You mean like they did the match before the match on SmackDown minus John Cena?
Yeah, like 5 days before the pay-per-view event, they're like, we're just going to give it to you anyways. And, I mean, it's just so pointless.
I liked it because it was not predictable. It was not, I wouldn't say not predictable, but it was very, like, not what you'd think. Like, the WWE going into a match like this would do a 3-on-3 tag team match or something like that. But having, like, you know what? Let's do the match tonight, and it doesn't matter who wins, but, like, and you get kind of a taste of things to come. You're like, oh, wow, you know, Sammy turned on Kevin. And so it leaves a lot of question marks in your head. And it's something that I wouldn't have thought they were going to do. So for me, I liked it. It was a bit fresh. Yeah, for me, I liked it. I didn't get rubbed the wrong way like you did.
You don't think Sunday you're going to feel like you're experiencing a deja vu?
No, I mean, they'll have a little bit more time. Because remember, that was Ziggler against AJ Styles, which then evolved into the 5-way match. So they'll have more time. I think the biggest thing is what we were talking about on the previous show was being able to have a successful match with 6 people without it always being one-on-one in the ring. Everybody else is taking a nap on the outside.
Yeah. We'll agree to disagree on this one. I get your points are valid, so I'll give it to you. And it wasn't just a straight, like, you know, fatal 5-way to start. It did evolve into it, but... It
was very important storytelling. You're saying there was no point, but I think the ending of it all... where Sami Zayn basically did the Helluva Kick on Kevin Owens, well, there was a point to it, and leaves a lot of people tuning in to say, hey, well, what now? So I think they did their job effectively here.
All right, fine then. Dang. You can have this one, fucker.
Cool. So we're both in agreement. AJ Styles will retain his championship, which is a tall order with, again, 6 people. They can go many different directions. John Cena's looking for a WrestleMania moment. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, both want to be the champion. Baron Corbin is Baron Corbin, and Ziggler is Ziggler. We'll see. Should be an interesting matchup. Excited. Let's move on.
So excited a little bit. I'm a little bit excited.
All right. Well, I'm going to definitely excite you with this next one. It's probably the most exciting card that everybody's looking forward to the most moving forward. I think this is going to steal the show and steal our hearts. Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton.
You stupid fucker. I was for sure thinking you were going to say Usos New Day. I don't care about this match. This is another one of those, like, going for the... we were just talking about it before. Grand Slam. So if Randy wins, he's Grand Slam champion?
Yeah, he's never had the U.S. title, apparently. So that seems to be the case. And I really don't know what direction they're going to go in here. Well, I mean... they could go in many directions here, but I don't feel like they're going to rip the title off of Bobby Roode just yet. I feel like maybe they're going to have this feud continue into WrestleMania for the U.S. title, and Jinder Mahal may also get added to the mix because on SmackDown last week, we did see Jinder Mahal pick up yet another victory over Randy Orton. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this match go to a win with Bobby Roode, leading into a feud that evolves to include Jinder Mahal going forward into WrestleMania. So my pick for this match is Bobby Roode. And the wrestling match itself will not be glorious.
Oh, God. There's nothing to be excited about. I guess I'll pick Bobby Roode, too. Did you notice on SmackDown they kind of had, like, Bobby Roode intercept the The promo, well, not the promo,
with Charlotte Flair and Ruby Riott, right? So I was a bit confused there too, because I know that Charlotte and Rude are mixed tag team partners, right, for this mixed tag team challenge. So it kind of made sense. And you see the way Charlotte was kind of holding her hand on her chest, like,
she was dripping wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know she posted on social media, posting a picture of Bobby Roode saying the boy is mine, and like kind of making these little subtle hints. So I don't know if there's more to it than that. I don't mind seeing the two of them work together. I think Charlotte could probably help out Bobby Roode a lot more than Bobby Roode would be helping out Charlotte in this case. Yes,
big time. She's dragging that girl down.
Well, I wouldn't say dragging down, but at the same time, I could see them potentially working well together. We will see. It makes Bobby Roode a little bit more interesting, to be honest with you, because to me he's a bit boring. But I want to see him get to that level. But like I said, I keep using the whole meat and potatoes thing for him, and it stays the same. A guy who uses a DDT as a finisher, you got to pull out some big stops. You got to make yourself stand out if you really want to stand out to me. So
they'll never do it, but it would be awesome to see like backstage promos, or not promos, but like scenes where like he comes out of a dressing room and he's got Charlotte Flair's lipstick up the side of his face. Stuff like that, cool. I would get.
But it'd be so funny if the lipstick was on the top of his head because she's taller than him.
Yeah,
so, like,
and then
she leaned down and kissed him on the head, or like they're like, "Have a good luck in your match. Good luck to you." And then she like leans down and kisses him on the forehead, and it's gonna be so funny.
And like put Ric Flair in there, have him be standing outside the locker room, and Bobby Roode comes out and he just gives her a look, and just get like they should do storylines like that again. Fuck, miss it.
Cool. All right, we'll see. We ended up making this whole Bobby Roode thing a little bit more exciting than it might be.
Yeah, but, we did.
Sorry for it's not going to be as exciting as we made it seem like, folks. So hang in there. Gonna happen, yeah. Count on this match being the one where you go to the bathroom. Unless you're a Randy Orton fan, then great. But
yeah, unless you're a Randy Orton fan, then you can just go fuck yourself.
That's him saying that. That is not my opinion. But
no, my wife's a Randy Orton fan, and even her, I'm like, you probably just
maybe there's some jealousy there. It's like I like Randy. His wife likes Randy Orton's Viper, right? So
exactly. I like his theme music. I'll give it that. Randy Orton's got wicked.
I don't think he's got great theme music. I don't think it's terrible, but
you don't like it. I love it.
Well, I don't think it's terrible, but it's not like one of the best, at least for me.
I honestly, Randy Orton, when he was in the Wyatt family, I liked him. When he was like a slithering little snake and he was actually being a Viper, it was cool. Everything before that and after that has been really, really bad. for me at least. If you love Randy Orton, whatever, I don't care. Unfollow us. I don't give a shit.
Well, one match that I can guarantee will not be bad, and I think this one could legit steal the show, is going to be the Usos versus New Day. Yo, boys, the New Day.
Hell yeah. I guess this is like the most excited I am on the card.
Right. I mean, these guys have had this is funny because this is the one feud that you have so many matches. You're like, oh, John Cena and Randy Orton again. I
don't get that from this, though, yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. With this, you don't get that because these guys always put in a good show. You get a different variation of combination. Was it going to be Xavier Woods? Is it going to be Big E? Is it going to be Kofi? We're not sure. But regardless, I could see this match being relatively exciting. Pull out some cool stops, some great tag team moves, some excitement heading into WrestleMania. I like the promos that they had back and forth this week. I like how Big E got serious on the mic and brought it to the Usos. So I'm excited for this match. It will be one I'm keeping a close eye on. I will have, however, the Usos retaining their titles heading into WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. Do you think we'll see anything more after this match? So, like, do you think, like, leading it, where do you see the SmackDown tag team picture at Mania?
It really depends. If it is not with the Usos, it could go lots of different directions, but it seems like the way that they're driving this whole Usos not being at WrestleMania, I could see them defending their titles on the grand stage.
Yeah, for sure.
We do have the New Day. I could see the New Day being involved, maybe multiple tag teams. We do have Shelton Benjamin and Gable. We don't know where they're going to be involved. So, obviously, I think there'll be more than one team involved in this match.
Look at the way we're thinking, eh? We're so conditioned to just assume they're going to throw multiple people or multiple tag teams into a match. Like, they've conditioned us to just accept that, and I'm so sick of it. You don't think there's a possibility that maybe like New Day, like I want to see New Day go their own way?
Yeah, I do too, but I don't think we're there yet. I think they're really going to milk this for all it's worth, and it's not just that. I feel that the WWE is making so much in terms of merch off these guys that it would be kind of dumb for them to split them up. So they're really good for the kids, and they're colorful, shiny, rainbows, pancakes, unicorns. So I don't think it's going to be the case just yet.
I don't necessarily think they have to split up. I just think it would be cool if the three of them became like singles wrestlers, but still were like, chilling together.
No, I got you there. I mean, that's it. But it really depends on what their plans are in the long run. Because, I mean, we've had Kofi Kingston be part of this team. And obviously, to me, I always wanted to see Kofi Kingston make it a little bit further as a singles competitor. So, a little bit part of me kind of wants that to happen. What's that?
Out of the three, that is your guy?
That's my guy out of the three, just because I've seen what he's done in a single competitor. I've seen him have a feud with Randy Orton. I've seen him beat Randy Orton. I've seen him come close to getting in title pictures at some point. So, obviously, he got pushed to the side. He's put into the New Day. It's definitely worked. I mean, I can't really see Kofi Kingston potentially being a champion. But out of the three, I mean, I don't think Big E's going to be the guy, and Xavier Woods.
I could see Big E.
You can see Big E being a champion?
I could see Big E being like an IC champion.
But he has been.
He's been in Intercontinental, yeah?
Yeah.
I could see him being like WWE champion. Not Universal, but maybe WWE.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think on his own.
How old is he? Is he young?
Not exactly sure. He's got to be potentially at least, I would say, middle-aged for sure.
He was an NXT champ, wasn't he?
He's 32 years old.
Oh, yeah. He was an NXT.
He was a former NXT champion. That's correct. Yeah.
I'm just saying build-wise, the way that I've seen like McMahon do it, I could see maybe, I don't know, Kofi seems too small. But I never saw him when he was singles.
He is. And it's more like a kind of a personal wish. I kind of always liked Kofi when he was coming up, and I would like to kind of see him get that singles run that he's had a bunch of them. He's had many titles, but I think he's very underrated. Let me put it that way.
Has he ever had the title without his accent?
Yeah, I think he's definitely had at least a singles title without his accent. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Okay, so we're both picking Usos. Pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward. Yeah.
It's gonna be a good match though. Definitely MITB baby. Match of the night.
Yeah, definitely.
I said that totally wrong. I said Money in the Bank there. Damn it.
Well, wishful thinking, right? We can't wait for June until Money in the Bank.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Yeah, and we found out it's going to be Raw and SmackDown included in both matches, so you don't know who's going to win. It adds a lot more mystery to it.
So it's probably like 3v3.
Well, however much it is, but it's either Raw or SmackDown's going to win from either. Or they'll probably do a Raw SmackDown. I can't see them doing a Raw or a SmackDown.
Oh my God! Imagine they did Raw, SmackDown for the ladies and the men. It's like four matches.
No. What I mean is like the winner of those matches will probably end up being like one of the men's might be Raw, women's might be SmackDown, or vice versa.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Moving forward, we have Charlotte Flair versus Ruby Riott with the Riott Squad. So, at first glance, looks like a jobber of a match. Charlotte's obviously going to beat Ruby Riott here. I don't think that's going to be the question in mind. It's more the question in mind what's going to happen after the match. Now, are we going to see the Riott Squad beat the crap out of Charlotte Flair, only to have Carmella come and cash in? It's a possibility. So we don't really know what's going to be happening with Charlotte Flair in the title at WrestleMania. All signs point towards Asuka versus Charlotte. I think it's the match we all want to see, but it comes down to what they plan on doing. They could decide to play safe, have the Riott Squad beat up Charlotte Flair, have Carmella cash in, win the title for the next few weeks, and have Asuka be the one to strip it off of her. They might be wanting to keep Charlotte Flair a little safe in WrestleMania. However, I think a lot of fans, including myself, would be pretty upset to not see this match between Asuka and Charlotte. But obviously we know in the end they're going to plan on having Asuka beat Charlotte, I believe, at WrestleMania.
True.
So it comes down to what they really want to do here. So for me, I'm still going to say Charlotte Flair will win this match. No brainer.
I think it's going to be a better match than people are thinking. Ruby Riott puts on pretty decent fights. I've seen a few of her NXTs, and she can go like 20 minutes. I think it's going to be pretty decent. I don't. Have they had a fight on SmackDown, the two of them?
No. I mean, I think they've been involved in like mixed matches and tag matches and stuff. But in terms of one-on-one, Charlotte Flair and Ruby Riott, I don't think it's happened yet.
I'm excited for it. I guess it's probably like number 2 on the card for me.
Her finisher's a little bit flaky to me. It's kind of like a beep beep. Like the kick isn't as brutal as it should be.
Isn't it like Kofi Kingston's?
Kind of, but like as she's falling down like to the ground, kind of.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the kick finishers. I mean, Haluva kick's cool.
It seems like it's all kicks, DDTs, and Shining Wizards, and like I don't know.
Oh, I know this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, But Mandy Rose's knee to Bayley on Raw was sick.
It was okay.
It was sick. Give her credit.
She smacked her leg. Whoopty.
The way that she gets up, though, like,
dude, the rest of her match was so sloppy on her part. I'm not that impressed.
I'm not saying the rest of her match. I'm saying the knee was decent. She gets good height, like, considering she's not that tall.
Give her the title.
I'm not saying give her the title. I'm saying give her a little bit of credit.
I'll give her a credit that 5% of her match was good.
5? Oh, shit. I was asking for like 2. You said 5, so I'm holding you to it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm pretty critical. Like I said, I used to hold Nia Jax the same kind of, I guess, mentality, but she proved me wrong, so let's see. And hopefully
maybe Mandy
Rose
will
do the same thing. But right now, I'm especially harder on blondes, and that sounds super sexist at me, but it's like, I just find they bring these blondes in, and they're just like a dime a dozen, so it's kind of hard to keep track of them at the same time. I was the same way about Alexa Bliss, Carmella as well, too. But, Alexa Bliss grew on me. Carmella, I think I like Carmella now just because the new herd that's come in, I'm like, oh, well, they're not as bad as Carmella. But Carmella, I like her scream. She's entertaining. So, we'll see. And, I'm trying to give them the chance every week to evolve. And, Sonya Deville, I'm getting more on board with her. I think she's got potential. It's just Sarah Logan and Mandy Rose and especially Tyler. I'm not...
Liv Morgan.
You know what's so funny? I said the wrong name. I said Tyler to be safe, too. I was like, Liv, Morgan, Tyler. Oh, Tyler. It's like, I do this every week, folks. If you go back and listen to every podcast we've done, I'm always calling her Liv Tyler.
I think you actually said Liv Morgan, but thinking you were saying Mandy Rose. And then the girl who looks like she has sex with alligators. Sarah? What's her name?
Sarah Logan.
Yeah, that one, forget about her. She could
I really
and then Liv Morgan.
Yeah, well, there you go, folks. That's how much I really am invested in this new injection into the women's roster.
Hey, so I got to point out, though, I was trying to tell you before, Beth Phoenix was a blonde. You love Beth Phoenix.
I know, but like that was during a period where it wasn't all blondes coming into it, and she came out as a strong wrestler. So these girls are kind of like, hey, look at me and my tits and like my body and this, and they're sloppy wrestlers. Like Beth Phoenix was a solid wrestler day one and strong. So, something to set yourself apart. For me, again, they look like a dime a dozen. The way that Liv Morgan comes out with her arm behind her back, looking all cutesy, doing a little twirl, to me, it's super cheesy and super unoriginal to me. So that's kind of it.
She's better than Liv Morgan, though. Tell me she's better than Liv Morgan.
Liv Tyler, Liv Morgan? What are you talking about? Didn't I just say Liv Morgan?
Mandy Rose. Oh, man, you're bad.
I was talking about Liv Morgan right now.
Oh, I'm talking about Mandy Rose.
They're both not great, in my opinion.
But Mandy Rose is better than Liv Morgan.
Yes.
Okay.
I will give you that, yes.
We were sorry for the last 2 minutes of confusion.
You can just, sorry, unsubscribe, gotcha. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
but don't.
Unfollow. All right, what do you got left, man?
Cool. So 2 more matches on this card. I'm sure there's going to be something to add to the pre-card, but right now we don't know, so we're going as is. And again, if the Bar defends their titles, they're going to win. Just joking, because we know they're not going to. That was the joke we made last prediction show.
Yeah.
Which they ended up defending their titles and winning. So
yeah, against
they'll probably add Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable to a pre-card match.
I was just about to, and they're going to win.
Yeah, something like that. It'll be them against the Bludgeon Brothers, and the Bludgeon Brothers might win, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that could be it. It seems like that's what they're going to do, right? Because they keep teasing the whole Bludgeon Brother thing. So I'm pretty sure, going back to your question about what they're going to do with the tag titles, that's my answer, actually. They're going to include the Bludgeon Brothers, probably Benjamin and Gable, have a fatal 4-way. Who knows? We'll see.
God, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I know. Because they've only been fighting jobbers, the Bludgeon Brothers, too. So it's like, yeah, you're kicking ass every week, but like, come on, man.
Local guys, Yeah.
Right. All right, so another match that was thrown together sort of last minute. We have Becky Lynch, Naomi versus Natalya and Carmella. It's a tag team match. Kind of came out of nowhere. Not real much behind it. There was a promo this week with Naomi and Natalya, which set it up. And maybe it's just them trying to get the girls on the card. And that's where we lie. So for me, I kind of feel like in the back of my mind, it ties into my Carmella cashing in. It kind of keeps her busy for the night to distract people. So if she's in a match and, that's said and done, that segment, people might not think she's going to be around again. So I don't know if that's why they're adding it in, or just to give the woman, some attention, which, these girls work hard. They deserve it. But in the end, I do believe the winners are going to be Becky Lynch and Naomi.
Yeah. I guess out of all of them, all the matches on the card, it's probably the hardest one to call. Because it's like, I don't know. The storyline came out of nowhere. It's not a storyline. I'm calling it a storyline. I'm putting some quotes up. It's not really a storyline. I'd like to see Becky Lynch win. I want more for Becky Lynch. She's way better than they're booking her.
Well, that's always been her curse, right? Becky Lynch. I mean, people
No,
are
they
always
booked
saying,
her pretty well at first.
At first, she was the first SmackDown Women's Champion.
Yeah.
But then you see, like, you know, you want to include Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, and Becky Lynch in this 4 horsewomen. And I find they've all been booked somewhat decent. They're always prominent. They're always there in your face on Raw and SmackDown. But Becky Lynch is often left off the card, forced the job, not in great matches. And she works hard, has a great attitude. She's cute. She's bubbly. Yeah, so I just feel like I don't know what it is with her on the back end. If they don't believe in Irish superstars, if they just are thinking there's too many women to be pushing at once. So, you know, I think she just got to keep, you know, moving forward and working hard, and I think she'll be fine. But right now, obviously, she hasn't had the best utilization. Hopefully they're going to have her in some good place at WrestleMania. We'll see what happens. But, you know, at least giving her a win over an Italian Carmella. She'll probably beat Carmella with the arm lock or the arm breaker or the disarmer. Sorry, folks. And that'll be that.
Where was she last year at Mania? What did they do? I remember what she looked like. She was in like a multiple women's match, eh?
Wasn't she in like a triple threat match? Or was that the year before? It was like her, Sasha, and
No, that was the year before.
Yeah?
I think it was the year before. I know last year she came out, she looked awesome. She had like dreads or braids, and she painted some white on her face. It was pretty cool. But I don't remember what the match was. And that's a shame. Because Becky Lynch is awesome. I think she's, out of all the women, I think, other than Bayley, because like whatever, she's the worst. I think she's probably had like the worst year out of all of them. And it's a shame.
Yeah, but it wasn't really by her own choice, right? She probably had the worst
not her.
Year,
I'm just saying, like, she was underutilized. Like, not her at all. Everything she did was awesome. I love her.
I won't disagree with that. She was off filming a movie for a bit too, but it was it was only for a month or so though. So I'm not really going to say necessarily that's a big case, but yeah, I mean, I want to see better for Becky Lynch. She deserves better. She works hard, and it's just a matter of WWE opening their eyes and seeing that. So, and hopefully they will.
Yeah. Okay. So Becky Lynch and Naomi. That's our pick.
My pick.
All right. Oh, we're going to be unanimous today. I'm sure of it. I'm going to go with them as well. Actually, you know what? Let's flip it. I'll just take Natty just to be devil's advocate. Natty and Carmel.
Cool. Sounds good. Be fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, going into the final match. This one was announced on SmackDown recently too. We're going to see Rusev defending the honor of Aiden English and his beautiful voice, his melancholy windpipe, and his vocals of virtuosity.
His Muppet baby voice.
Yeah, it sounds like that eagle from the Muppets. I was fine. And yeah, so as we saw this week, they challenged each other, and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev. So we were having a conversation about this match and how it's interesting because obviously we're going to be seeing, at least in my opinion, Shinsuke Nakamura walking away with the win on this. It's Fastlane. He's going into WrestleMania. They're going to want to bring him into WrestleMania with momentum. You know, the fans are really behind Rusev and Rusev Day. However, you know, we see the chants at Ring of Honor. He's really up high with the fans. So will this really hurt Nakamura by getting a win over a fan favorite? So, you know, it's going to be interesting. You'll hear all kinds of cheers, but in the end, you know, Nakamura's your boy here.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to... I know I mentioned on the last podcast that it's a lose-lose, and I do think it's a lose-lose. Like, you could be doing more for Nakamura here. I think if he does beat Rusev, there'll be some boos immediately, but a couple days later, it'll all be forgotten. Just kind of like, you know, Rusev's career.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I really hope there's a resurgence in Rusev's career. It's been a bit frustrating for him. It's been a bit frustrating for us because I know you and I are big Rusev fans. We like the comedy aspect and the comedy side of him, and we want to see more of that. We want to see more of him being in the focal point of the SmackDown itself. He's been left off too many times. I want to see him do his thing. This guy used to be a dominant force. Nobody beat him in ages, and now he's being beat every week or he's not on the card. So please get it together. And Lana, please leave shit alone and let your man do his job.
I don't... I'm cool with him not winning matches. That doesn't bother me. I don't think he needs to go back to being dominant. I just think we need to see more of him. Just more Rusev Day segments. Maybe have him going after Bobby Roode. would be cool. Or, I mean, he can go after anybody. It doesn't even need to be for a title. He just needs to be on SmackDown more often.
That'll start.
Pulling
That'll
his funny ass shit.
Right. No, that would be a good start. So, again, expect this to be an okay match. I think there's typical Nakamura spots. He'll do the knee to throat or knee to face or whatever he wants to say. But, ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you, this coming Sunday, well, you better mark your calendars because
Sunday will be Nakamura Day.
It will be Nakamura Day. And with that, we will wrap up another episode of Talkamania. Follow us on social media at _Talkamania on Twitter, Podbean, Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, Google Play Music. I'm going to name them all now. You can find us anywhere. Just search Talkamania and you'll pull us up. So until after Sunday, enjoy Fastlane. J-Bomb's out. Say bye, Des.
bye-bye. Happy Nakamura Day.